Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm doing an album share of zoo pages. I have all these. Oh, there's also some children's pages at the back of this. Yeah, new baby sister. Okay, so when my second granddaughter was born, we flew to see her. We lived across the country at the time. So what we did was, this was probably the second day, we took the older baby out of the house to leave the mother and the baby for a quiet afternoon at home. So we took her to the zoo. The Toronto Zoo is fabulous. So anyway, so this is us walking through the entrance gate. So I did a big, there's a zoo image with the gates, so I added that to it here. And I bought this is a store-bought train with zoo animals all over it, so I quite like that. And then this paper pad was all zoo animals, so it had a lot on it, so I just matted my photos and put them on here. I just added a little rhino there. I did emboss them and inked it out a little bit to add a little bit of texture for the page. Anyway, it was a really fun day at the zoo. I love this one. Okay, this page is one of my favorites because of this image. I'm going to put it down. There, look at those giant googly eyes. I think they're hilarious. So I really love this page because of that. All right, this was the giraffe section. Lots of beautiful giraffes. So I had this paper, only one sheet of it. So I used it here and then added black paper on each side. I just taped it at the back. Then I found, of course, my favorite, Animal Kingdom has these. It has all kinds of zoo animals, but then it also has faces of them and the sound they make. So I used the face of this giraffe, and then I added eyelashes to him too. He's too cute. And I had giraffe paper. So I did emboss them with the giraffe thing too, embossing folder. Anyway, these are the letters from Wild Kingdom or something, animal collection, and added these animal borders. They're store-bought, but this one has a giraffe on it, so that's why I used it. I did embellish here with groups of rhinestones in animal colors. I love this page. It's just fun and cute. Now this is another one that has wonderful zoo paper, and on this paper, whoops, this is printed on the paper, the giraffes in this corner. So because they were all photos of giraffes, I added some more silhouettes like this. There's a border, and these are from Animal Kingdom in Access. And then here's some more. I did a large one and put behind it so it would show up some, just a rectangle. I did emboss all these. But this paper was so wonderful, I didn't have to do much. These are older pages of mine, so my scrapbook style has changed quite a bit. This is a border, a purchased border. Had all these animal images and things, so it was fun. An elephant page. So I did have a pad. I think it was something safari, and it had this paper in it. So I found a coordinate to use for this side, and then I found a beautiful, elegant elephant image here, and I used a patterned paper for this. It's a mini print, the same as I created a border with that paper, and I matted this photo and flourish over here. Actually, that's the flourish that came out of this cutout right here, and put it over here. A very simple page. Used a border punch here behind there just to mat that a little brighter. She's wearing pink, so I added the pink, but this is pink and orange and brown. Her top is pink, and then this is orange, so that's what gave me my color scheme. Cute page for an elephant. And then I used grass paper for this because this gorilla was all in the grass. I hope this is still on camera, all of this. Okay, so this is the gorilla, and then this is the Africa sign at the zoo. So I just used tigers on this side, so I used tiger paper and to create a border all along. Added some gorillas and a tiger, and the grr for the roar of the tiger. And just added a couple stickers to it. But it still has impact. Now, here's an example of what I do with paper that is it's a large print, this large floral print, and it's so beautiful. You don't know what to do with it because it gets covered up. And so I cut it into pieces. I figure out where I'm going to cut it first, and I cut it into two pieces. This part swings and connects over here somehow. So then I just placed it all around, and then I fit my photos in and around it. I also added a border here. This is store-bought, and so is this. But the bottom part I cut, embossed, and inked so it would show up. So just a bunch of fun monkey pictures on this. But that's something to do with a large print. It was a hot day at the zoo, so we found a shady area. There was a walking area that was quite cool for a change in the shade. And so my husband's walking my granddaughter along this fallen log. And what I did here is I had this patterned paper. I cut out this shape, and I lifted it off of there and placed it on a plain paper and put a plain paper behind. So these two pages coordinate, and they're the opposites of each other. I did cut a shadow out for this. And then I added some leaves and things too. It says happy trails. We were in the woods. So I found this tree image, a bunch of trees. So it's just like in the photo. So I used that on this page and a title on this. That's a camping cartridge that was from. Anyway, I like this page. It's cute. Cute images. The Cricut images are what inspire me all the time. Here we go. Having a break. Having lunch. Just sat in the shade somewhere. And she's eating a plum for her break. So I found this title perfect, and I just did plum perfect and did a bunch of plums on the page and used a coordinate paper on this side. And I had this animal pad, has Noah's Ark, but it has a whole bunch of animals because we were at the zoo. So I did emboss these. They're kind of cute. Whoa, I was in my glitter phase, I guess. Lots of glitter on this page. You can't cut these things out with your Cricut. You have to use it ruins your blade. I'll tell you that much. I learned that the hard way. So this is just coordinating another large print. I just cut it out, a beautiful piece of it, and used it for a border here. Added a coordinate paper, made a border here and here with coordinate. These are just stickers. This is old. Anyway, it's simple, but I think it's pretty. Another zoo page. It's not so much animals, it's just a little girl. We can't stop taking pictures of her because we live so far away. We don't get to see them as often. Okay, this is more paper from a beautiful pad of animal paper. I just did a title, Nature, and then this is all birds. And there's eagles here, bald eagles. So I had this amazing sticker of an eagle, but so I used it here in a title. Just double and triple matted these photos. Now, probably not anymore, but years ago the Toronto Zoo had outside a pavilion there was a big huge garden, and in that garden they had fish on sticks at different heights. They were all over in the garden, and so it looked like the bottom of the ocean with fish swimming around the garden in amongst the flowers. I thought it was so neat, and I couldn't figure out how to scrapbook that. So I just cut wavy borders and fit the photos in amongst the waves to make it look like water, and called it Fishy Garden, and did a border of fish up here. I glittered all these fish, and it was a beautiful garden, and I think this page does not do it justice. But okay, and now we have the polar bears. They're always exciting to see when they're moving around. Maybe that was feeding time. So it's a very soft colored page. So this paper just had cream flowers all at the bottom. And so I found an image of a polar bear, and it had a red scarf. So I put a red scarf. And then I shadowed this title, Polar Power. This is from Go Canada cartridge, I believe, if I recall correctly. And then I just, above the pretty paper, I put my photos up higher. And they're all the polar bear photos, and my husband and I were standing beside, there was a stuffed polar bear in the pavilion there. And now I have some more pictures of, this is at a petting zoo. My daughter-in-law takes the kids to this petting zoo all the time. They love it. So she put her in a farm cart, a wagon there. So that's what gave me a theme for my page. I used wood paper to do the cart, and then I cut out, I think this is a chariot image. I did it duplicate, I flipped it, and joined them together to make a wagon. And then I added a horse, and this, I guess, I don't know what you call it. The harness for the horse joins to the cart. So I used a pretty paper here for a border, and I did a small border along the bottom. I don't like my images just floating. I like them on something. So that's why I did that. And then I used the same paper over here for a big background. I did shadow or matte this paper and the border. My title is just Cute Country Girl, because I love these pictures of my granddaughter in this. And here is a wooden frame that I did. I think it's from Winnie the Pooh cartridge. And then I put brads in it because they were like, they seemed to suit it because I was doing brads in the wagon hubs and on the horse reins here. And I did add googly eyes to my horse. Cute. All right, this page needs a little explanation. It's a bit different. my granddaughter was published in Hog magazine because her other grandfather has a Harley and he loves Harley motorcycles. So this is the cover of the magazine, and this is the page that she was, and this is her, the page where she was published. So anyway, I didn't know what to do with a motorcycle page. I had this photo of her sitting on a motorcycle, and then I just did flames shooting out the back because I couldn't quite figure out, but the flames seemed to go with the Harley. So I did that just to commemorate her being published. Now, this is her kindergarten school picture. I think this is my most popular pin on Pinterest. It's thousands and thousands. I'm sure it's hundreds of thousands of pins of this page. Anyway, the kid was sitting, they placed all the kids on blocks so that she's leaning on a block that says A. So that gave me a theme for the page. So I did her name in blocks, Emily, and just staggered them because they were stacked here. And then ABC over here. And I had this cartoony, very juvenile paper here, a school. I'm sure it was a juvenile school pad. And then I decided to use crayons to make a border, or a frame, actually, for this page. So I used the colors in her dress and this paper. It's kind of cute. It's simplistic, but it's really a cute page for kindergarten or nursery school. She was young then. So this is before my wonderful daughter-in-law and my son. She had she was 9 months pregnant here. So they decided for their last weekend without a new baby to get away, and they went to Niagara Falls. Just really close to her delivery date. So these are pictures of the family on their Niagara Falls weekend. So I just cut out a great big flower in the center with a flowered paper that kind of went with her dress. It was as close to her dress print as I could find. And then I just did, created a border along the bottom and used these polka dot frames here. And, you know, paper flowers, silk flowers, some of them. Heather's 9-month bump. And then, of course, it was very close to the birth. So, whoops. Here we have the new baby. And so there's, I just wrote on there. There's a beautiful, this is all Valentine's paper with all the hearts on it. And I found a beautiful flourishy heart image as well. So I created it in 2 different colors for these 2 different pages. They come from the same pad. I just, you know, triple matted the photos and tucked them in the heart pieces and pulled the heart over this as well, and used some little cards. These were in that pad as well. I just cut them out. A simple page, but it's pretty because the paper is so pretty. Okay, this is my granddaughter playing around in the backyard, and my husband snapped these really cute photos. So anyway, I loved, this was kind of peach and pink, and I like pink and peach combination, or orange and red. So, and there was wooden fence behind, so I had this paper with those colors, with the brown. These are all coordinates, this paper and the stripe. And the butterflies might not be from it. They might be a different collection. Anyway, I created a wide border with the stripe, and then I cut the rest of it in strips, different widths, however the stripes worked. And I placed them around haphazardly and tucked my photo in among them and added giant butterflies because this coordinate has butterflies on it. Gave me a theme. And this paper is all giggle, flirt, sassy, a little chit-chat, little girly titles all over it. And I added some flowers to it. I really like this page. Then I got the brainstorm of doing a page and using flower heads for frames. So I cut out scallop flowers with their shadows, and then I used Creative Memories shape cutters to cut the photos and place them on top of the flowers that I had cut out with my Cricut. And then I cut these out. These are from Bloom. Then I decided to do the picket grass at the bottom and a picket fence all across, but it was still too plain, so I cut out groups of flowers, all different flowers, like a wild garden. So this wildflower garden, it took forever. I swear I worked on this page for 2 or 3 days. It just took forever, but it was fun and it was kind of cute when I was finished. It's a flower garden with flowers of my granddaughter. You have to have patience sometimes. Okay, so this is just her in a swimsuit playing in a little kiddie pool with a slide. And I found paper that sort of had flowers like on her swimsuit. So I found this paper and I used some on each side. I just used a border punch here. This is an image and a title from Cricut, and so is the butterfly. A very simple page, but it's popping bright. Now this is a really cute page. I think all kids had these little cars. For a while they were kind of in, hope I'm still in frame here. I love this car, and then I found there was an image of a Hello Kitty image in a car. So I thought if I did it in the same colors as this, it would look cute, and it does. It looks absolutely adorable, if I say so myself. And so I just did borders on each side and ran these all in a line so that they would make a roadway for this, and added a couple more pictures. She's on a bouncy ride at a park in this photo, so I did a coil to make it look like a spring to bounce, and just added this is a chipboard title on this, but I angled the striped paper in a V, and that's it for this one. Now all of these pages are from Everyday Life Scrapbook number 2 in my website, and that's meandmycricut.com. There is a link below, so if you like any of them, you can go there and get a Design Space link for any of these pages. There are links for everything on my website, so you can find a Design Space link and copy whatever ones you like. I hope you've enjoyed. Oh, subscribe below, please. Anyway, I hope you like this album. Thanks for watching.